Well, kicking off tonight is ArtCon, courtesy of Neosho Arts Council, and it's all virtual. And so naturally, we're being joined virtually by one of the panelists this year, Andy Parks. Andy, I am so excited to be able to speak with you for many reasons, one of which being you are from the state of Kansas. You grew up outside of Kansas City. What is it like to be based in the middle of the country and be able to have such a successful career in something that has traditionally needed to be an in-person experience? You've needed to be on the coast for a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I was lucky. The generation before me, those guys, and I say guys because unfortunately comics have usually been dominated by a male talent pool. That's expanding now happily. But those guys tend to need to be in Connecticut or somewhere they could drop the pages in New York. In my day, it was helpful if you could go to New York and maybe get your face in the editor's office. But the work was all starting to be shipped via FedEx, so it didn't matter so much where you were. Now, it's hardly ever even FedEx. It's digital files zipping around the country. And that worked out well for me. I have a career wife, so I was able to be fluid, follow her to wherever her job might take her. It did land us back here in Kansas, where we're both from.
Have you seen a big shift in your industry, not just in terms of, the appreciation of it almost? I mean, people have always loved comics and it's always had its core base of fans, but I feel like over the last maybe 2 decades, and maybe it started with the Spider-Man or Iron Man movies, but have you seen a rise in sort of, or a resurgence in the excitement around it and the pop culture around it?
Yeah, we've had an opportunity in comics, I think, to introduce people to the medium who didn't come to it as children. It's in America, it's tended to be kind of a entertainment that's geared towards young readers. Now, because of the success of the films and TV shows, we have people who were not aware of these stories, and maybe now they're finding a way to seek out in a bookstore and a comic book store. They're like, well, I dug the Captain America movie. I think I'd like to read some about him. So, and it's good. I think comics have done a pretty good job in capitalizing on that opportunity to introduce readers to these characters in a basic way that lets them build their own understanding as they experience the stories.
I'd be amiss if I didn't mention some of the different characters that you've covered, and I'm sure I'm going to leave some out. But I mean, from Ant-Man to Nightwing to Green Arrow. You recently had your work Ciudad adapted into Extraction, which, am I wrong by saying that, isn't it Netflix's most streamed movie of all time?
That's what they said. They said it was the most viewed thing they'd ever had. So there was an upside and a downside. Obviously, nobody wanted the pandemic to happen, and the pandemic happening limited my ability to go out and promote the movie and so on. But it aired on Netflix at a time when everybody was at home watching Netflix. So yeah, we gained a lot of eyeballs, and not just in America. I mean, around the world, it was a big sensation.
It's amazing. And I know you worked with the Russo brothers on that, who are, also sort of staples of the industry. It's really neat. And I want to continue my conversation with you about this, but I know that that's what this panel tonight is for. So we just really appreciate you taking the time to speak with us. Really quickly before you go, do you have any advice for kids who are comic book lovers, or they might not even be kids, maybe it's adults, who have dreamed about working in the industry, whether it's writing or illustrating or publishing? What's the best way to get into this industry, especially in the world we live in today?
I have some universal wisdom that I try to impart to people when they come out to me at shows and they say, I want to make comics. I always ask them, so where is it? Show me something. And often they don't have anything except some doodles in a sketchbook. And I say, look, next time I see you, if I come back to this town next year, bring me some comics. And you know what? It's not even as hard as going out to Kinko's and printing your own comics anymore. You can put them on a blog. You can share them through social media. Just start making comics. There's only one good way to get better at something, and that's doing it. And there's nothing, comics are a beautiful medium. Your imagination and ability to put marks on a piece of paper or on a digital tablet are the only limitations. So really just start building that skill set by doing and doing and doing.
Andy, we really, really appreciate it. I know you're a blogger as well, so we'll have the link to Andy's work on our website at komnewsnow.com. Andy, thank you so much, sir.
Pleasure.
All right, we'll be right back here on the KOAM Morning News right after this.